I want to thank you for coming out to visit us at the new location. If you're new, if this is your first time coming to see us, welcome to the family. And it truly is a family here. I keep hearing people say what I've done, but I will tell you this is definitely a collective effort. There are many moving parts and many people that it takes to get this done. We're able to move from the old location to this location in under 2 months. And for that, I am extremely proud of, because it took us 4 months to move into the first location. So we did that, and we're very pleased. We went from about 8,000 feet of showroom to 13,000 feet of showroom here today. So a lot of you guys know a little bit about me. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. As they say, I'm Rolvin Bennett, actually from the Bay Area, born in Texas, but raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. That's my wife, Iantrish, there. She's from Los Angeles. And so we're really California folks. So we've got the opportunity to live all over the United States, Denver, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and now we make Orlando home. Well, I forgot Johannesburg. I don't know how I could, but Johannesburg, South Africa is where we came from before we came here. All right, so almost 7 years there. It was quite an experience. If you guys ever have an opportunity to go to Africa, get there. It will be something that you will remember forever. So, me and my, first of all, I am actually an IT guy. I own a software company in Africa. So that's what allows us to have the funds to be able to actually collect this art. So you say, how does an IT guy get into the African art business? Well, I can tell you right now that I didn't choose the African art business. It actually chose me. All right? And I started off by collecting one mask that you guys will see back there. And when you only have one mask, it's not called collecting, it's called buying. So I bought one mask, and the next thing I knew, I had about 700 pieces. I started selling them. It was the traditional wood pieces, wood statues and wood masks. And I had some great pieces, and I thought I was all jazzed and went out to try to sell these things, and had limited success. And I decided, no, I will put these things away, and I will wait to decide sometime in the future what I'll do with it. Never intended to get back into the business of selling African art. So I've been going, there we go, I've been going to Africa now for now over 18 years. And so I would pick up things from now every once in a while, but when I was introduced to my first bronze, I got bit all over again. I mean, it was a couple of, these were not particularly old pieces, but they were phenomenal pieces. And I said, can you asked the people who were selling me these pieces, I said, can you get these pieces? And they said, yes. The answer was that no, they couldn't get these pieces. And so for years, almost a year and a half, I tried to get pieces, tried to get these bronze pieces, couldn't get them. They wouldn't sell to me. And so a lot of these pieces are the patrimony. That means these are very important pieces in the lives of these villages. And so they don't give these up easily, and nor should they. And so I was able to get into the bronze business because a bridge got washed away. And I offered to replace that bridge with that was a wooden bridge with a concrete and steel structure so they could have cars go over. I did that, worked it out so I could get the Gimon collection, which you'll see in the back there. So that's kind of a little bit of the background of how I got in this business. And from there, we were able to do some things. We like the fact that we've been able to give back while we did this. We've got some fantastic pieces because we were able to, these villages were in need of things. The governments in these countries are providing very little sometimes out into these remote places. And so they're in need of all kinds of things, wells, schools, hospitals. When I say hospitals, I'm not talking about Florida Blue, I'm talking about their standard of hospital. But it's, it's been wonderful for us to be able to have the opportunity to be able to participate and collecting the art, but at the same time making a difference in our way that we can. So now, the other thing people always ask me, so I'm going to preemptively answer this question because it was going to come through. People said, why Orlando? And they said, maybe we should be in New York or Washington, D.C. or Chicago. And I will tell you right now, all those places are too cold, all right? So, and they said, well, you could have went to Miami. And we considered that, all right? But the fact is that when we came here, we fell in love with the place, you know? We love the temperature, we love the weather here. Well, not right now, okay, but for the most part, we love the weather here. But good schools, the fact is that you had 68 million people coming here to go to the theme parks. And we thought that if we could just get a few of those folks, just peel off a very few of those and have them come by and see us, that we'd be a great success. That's why we were over by the airport. Well, that didn't turn out as well as we would like, and so that's why we decided to move here, so we could be in a better location. Now, the thing that we're trying to create here, and we wanted to create an attraction, okay? Not just a typical gallery, and I hope that you can see that it's not a typical gallery. And the things that we plan on doing, we're going to have when you get your tour here, you're going to be able to see a film that shows you how this stuff is made, how it's made, where it comes from. You actually see some of the pieces when they were out in the field and being used. So we're going to take that information and we're going to put it on film for folks. Then we're going to take and show people like yourselves who've acquired pieces from us, and then we show you what they did with them in their homes, so you can see that what we're selling here is not just art to match your couch or your drapes on the wall, but you actually have art that has a story, a history. And with that, when I acquired the piece, I became part of the history. And when you acquire the piece, you become part of the history. So, and this is going to survive you and should be handed down. And Africans have been great orators their entire lives. Throughout history, the stories were told through, from one generation to the next. That's how information was passed on. Now, we want to bring that tradition back. We want these stories to be told, and we want you to add your story to it, so the legacy will continue. All right, so now I wanted to create the attraction like Wakanda in the U.S., all right? Don't tell the mouse I said that, because I don't want him coming after me. So, but something like that. So we have a couple of ideas of what we're going to be doing in the future to make this more of an attraction. So one of the things I do want to say, we do have some challenges, okay? And I will speak to that just briefly, because in bronze art, unfortunately, a lot of times, for far too long, I should say, the Africans themselves have been left out of the process of deciding what is good and valuable art. Others have been deciding that for them. And they want to say it should only come from these few families, it should only be from this area. And I want to say that that's a very narrow view of African art. Africans all over the continent are doing great art. It doesn't have to be 200 years old, 300 years old, or from any particular family for it to be beautiful and valuable. That's why when I collected these things, one of the things I had to promise to the Africans was that I would tell their story, all right? I would make certain that what they believe is important and what they believe is valuable was communicated, okay? And that's what we do. When you go on these tours with our people, you will see and you will hear and you will feel that, okay? Now, sometimes you'll hear two stories. We'll tell the stories that are maybe been traditionally told about these pieces, but we make certain that we always tell the stories that the Africans said. So, and another thing that I want to say is we're going to hopefully shift the paradigm just a bit when it comes to deciding what is valuable in good African art. We want the Africans to decide in the first place, and they will tell us, and we will share that information with the public. But on the other hand, you know what else we want? We want you, the public, to use your own eyes. Decide for yourself what is beautiful. Don't let anybody else tell you what is beautiful, because I can tell you that the emotion and the feelings that I see expressed here every day, there's no doubt in my mind what we have here. It is beautiful, it is wonderful, it is valuable, and we are very fortunate here in Orlando to be able to bring this to the world. Because guess what? Orlando, this does not exist in any singular place in the planet but here, okay? So we're gonna take this and we're gonna make this a place that is known, and we're gonna take this, and at the end of the day, okay, we are going to challenge the world to say, come to Orlando and see what African bronze is all about. For that, I thank you.